testing the microphone. That's what I'm doing, testing the microphone. Test the microphone. Test. So I tried to game last night. I did not go live because it was 2:30 in the morning. But I wanted to game a game, and I couldn't do it. I went into 2 games, and it just kept lagging out. And I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't go live. It was really late. But today I'm live here, and again, we are sitting on connect mode. We've been on connect mode for a few minutes, and I know this computer is about to get emptied at some point after all the other projects I'm going to do. This is about to be emptied and sold. So any of the things that are on that, how to make your computer run better, I'm not even going to do them because I'm about to empty this computer and go to another one I have and see, hopefully it's going to work for us for gaming, and that's going to be in a whole different room. In the meantime, I'm over here trying to game a little bit. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So there's been a birdie in the back porch of my dad's house up in like a cubby, and I saw him the other night. Actually, it was the weirdest reason I saw him. I was at my dad's house and I was waiting for something. I decided to sit on his back porch, and I was looking at I like to look at how things are built so I can put it in my head how I'm going to put something together, like all the stuff I do. Like, you put this board here, you put that board there, that board goes in front, and then where are the screws? Like, I do this thing, and because I don't do it every day, I'm constantly looking at, like, how did they get that, right? How did they get those corners together, and imagining the cut. I know this is weird, but so it's still loading, where I would go ahead and just put, and I'm not even all the way, my face looks weird. Oh yeah, it's not even all the way. What the heck? The best cat. Anyway, and so I was looking at this thing that I know my parents had in there, because my mom would hang a sheet there. She would hang this sheet and it would flutter in the wind. And it hung there for years and years and years until it just kind of eroded from the sun and the wind and the rain. And so I was like, oh, the sheets hasn't been there in a long time. And I was like, is there a rod in there? And I had a flashlight with me, so I pointed the flashlight up there to see, is there a rod in that nook in there, And there was a bird, like, his fingers, his claws were like hanging onto the particle board, and he was like, I couldn't tell if he was eyes open or if he was just, and I was like, whoa. But then I turned the light off, my flashlight off, and I was like, yeah, if you really paid attention, you'd see a tail sticking down past like that whole area, that it's like, oh, there's like an animal in there, you know what I'm saying? And it was so adorable. So I took a video and I took a picture, and I was moving around a lot, and it didn't move. It was either sleeping already or whatever, right? So that next day I said, hey Dad, here's some pictures of this bird that's like living on your porch, but like by itself, hanging on, there's nothing on the bottom. It's like just this hole in there, just a square hole. And he's in the corner of it, holding on to the sidewall with his fingers like on the particle board, and like I don't even know how he's just curled up in there. So I said, hey Dad, if you want the bird and you're okay with the bird hanging out in there, right? Some people don't want a nuisance, like then there's bird poop or whatever if you create a place for it. But I said, let me know if you can do it or I can do it. Put a piece of wood there, like glue it in there so that he can like sit in there, right? So I saw later that my dad had put like this, it was about that thick and that wide, and I was like, did he put that? I was like, that ain't nothing. What the heck is men, So later I said, Dad, that's it. I said, I think he said that he didn't come back that night. I don't know what he said. And then the next day I was like, hey, that was today, I think, or yesterday. And I said, yesterday, I said, man, that area that you put in there is like so small. What are you doing? Like, this poor bird, yesterday was really, last night was really cold too. Through the night, I was like, oh my gosh, please warm up for my groom. And it did. It got to 44, and it was 50 degrees when I was leaving my groom today. So I was like, yeah, you know. So I guess it is 10:48 right now, so y'all probably sleeping. But I wanted to game 1 or 2 games before I think I have to stay committed. I have to unload today's groom's videos because I caught up last night at 3 in the morning. I caught up with all my quite a bit of hard drives, and I want to start like getting ahead. And I'm so far behind on videos as far as like sitting down and editing, you know. So I really need to be committed, which is why we did my trailer tonight. I was like, I really need to wrap. I don't know what happened because I was pretty down yesterday. I was really, really down yesterday. And, but in the afternoon, I like got a buzz, a feeling of like, I got to get it done. Like, I'm pretty financially hurting, you know, because it's just everything's so expensive. And the dog's stuff is so expensive, and I've spent a lot of money this year. I spent a lot of my money on the dog's dental cleanings and stuff, like 6 or 7 dental cleanings this year. It really wiped me out, and I'm sitting here looking at my finances, wondering how am I going to make it. And it's really got me down. So I was really depressed yesterday, and so something in my head was like, oh, by the late afternoon, early evening, finally, like my body just said, I have to push through. Like, I cannot just do nothing and be sad about it. So I just said, hey, we got to clean stuff up. We need to start really getting a plan back together. You know, the dogs might consume you, but you've got to figure out a different way to go around with what I'm doing with my work. And we just have to push forward. And one of the things you need to do is just, you know, you need to organize your data, organize your content. Which is like, I had content for like 4 months on these hard drives, dude. And so I did all that till 3 in the morning last night. I have no idea where I got that bug, man. And I didn't even have any coffee. And then today I woke up and did my groom and all that, got home, and I was like, I'm fixing the trailer. I'm getting it to where it can function. Because I feel like it is not like I want it to be functioning. You know what I mean? So the next is it's like, let's stay on course. It's going to be a little late, and obviously this is not going to let me game tonight with you guys. But at least I came on here live trying. So we went live tonight on MFG. We're live here, and I guess if this doesn't let me game, I'm literally going to go do what I need to do over there and then try to get some sleep before tomorrow's groom in the morning. So you just have to push forward. You have to hedge forward. You have to, even though I feel like I've worked really hard, I feel like I have a different schedule because of the dogs than I would have before, and I also can't afford to get a business building again, and nor do I want to get a business building that I'm giving money to someone else. I don't want to do that anymore. So I have to get ahead somehow, and that is just hustling. We have to hustle and hustle some more. So that's where I'm at. But I wanted to be here gaming with you guys, and that's today's diary. I don't think this is going to let us come in tonight again. And this will be 2 days in a row. There's been just a problem trying to get online. This is some bull crap. Bull crap right here, bro. All right, well, I'm gonna just be quiet. We're going to wait it out and see what happens here in a few minutes. Yesterday, I was in this predicament for a while. And when it finally got me in the game, I had died. I was like 79th place. I didn't even get a chance to run or anything. I just got there and I was dead, like 79th. What is this? What is this? What is going on, Fortnite? Do you guys know what's going on here? Fortnite? Do you know that we're crashing like this? I'm just not thinking we're not gonna, let me do this. Let me do this here. See what Let's see if it says not responding. It says not responding. I don't think I want to try it again. I think it's just not going to work with me tonight. And you guys are sleeping anyway, so laugh out loud. Yeah, you guys are sleeping, man. I don't know. All right, I'm just going to say goodnight from here. All right, love you guys. Good night. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for listening. If you're listening to this later, all right.